Hi, I'm Ryan. Welcome to Tin Kings. Now this is a 1970 R-Code Mustang. The R-Code means from the factory it was a MACH1 with a 428 Cobra Jet engine and a 4-speed manual transmission. It's one of about 1,300 that have ever been made. And that means there's probably less of these on the road now than there are people excited to get to work on Monday morning. There's a couple of different changes from the 69 to the 70 when it comes to the style of the front grille. On your 69, instead of having a blinker here, there's going to be two sets of headlights on both sides. So headlight, 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 headlight. Now, the other difference is your tricolor pony is on a 70 is in the center. So if we had one, we'd put it right there. And on your 69, it's going to be over on the driver's side. Unfortunately, the original 428 is no longer underneath the hood because, according to the man we bought it from, one of its previous owners took the 428 and the 4-speed manual out of the car and put it in a Pinto and took that to the drag strip. So what he did instead, after he got that inside of a Pinto, is he went to his local junkyard and he found this 351 Cleveland engine, which is something you could find in the late 70s, early 80s at a junkyard. You know, simpler times, big engines, no one gave a shit about polar bears. We have a bit of work to do to get this 351 back up to tip-top running shape. The car actually hasn't been on the road or registered since about 1984, which was 4 years before I was born. It just lived in the garage, the same way your cousin still lives in the upstairs apartment above the garage. It starts and runs, it just doesn't seem to be running perfect, so we need to get in here and see exactly what's wrong with it. And by we, I mean Dad. He's the mechanic, I don't know which way to turn a wrench. Another key styling change between the 69 and the 70 is on the 69, right here, there's a side scoop. Now, this scoop was non-functional and didn't do anything. It just looked cool, but served no purpose. Now, the MACH1 package means you would get these nice high back seats instead of the short ones that'll snap your neck in a crash. And also, on the 69s, there was this nice little color matching stripe here, which they've left all black in the 70. We've got a little bit of work to do inside here. Small stuff, really. The radio is shit. The heat isn't much better. This emergency brake is not going to help in an emergency, and there's a bit of a hole up here on top of the dash, so we need to find a vent for that, or maybe like an iPad mini, because there isn't a computer in the car, so why don't we put one in? We're not going to do that. Something that is cool about this car is it is actually a 2+2. So these rear seats fold down, and then there's a pass-through into the trunk, so if you're remodeling the kitchen and need to run out to get some new 2x4s, more 2x4s, you can do it in your Mustang. There we go. My favorite part about the car is the back window slats. I don't know what it is about them, but I've always thought they look great on a car. They don't serve any performance function, I don't believe. The Mustang recognition guide that we have says that they're to keep the car cool, but how they're gonna do that, they're black. Anyway. This is the gas, isn't it? Is the fuel door in there? Well, no, there's a fuel door in the shop door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm recording you.
Oh, are we? Right here on the rear of the car, sexiest part about it. Nice MACH1 badging, the fuel door actually on the back, which we all know looks badass. There's nothing else you can really say about here, but this car looks good from behind. I haven't even had a chance to talk about the body yet, but there's no rust or rot anywhere on the vehicle. The man who we bought this from, who had it hidden away like a French mistress, he did all the body work himself. He replaced both rear quarter panels, he sanded it down, got it ready to be painted, and then had it professionally redone in the factory red that it came in. Now, it's an amazing feat, but he also does make kayaks out of strips of wood by hand as a hobby, so he's got an extreme attention to detail. So that's the car. We've got a little bit of work to do. We're gonna get inside here, fix all the things in the interior, tune up the 351, but we've got time. It's winter now. We don't intend to take this out on the road anytime soon. But once we finished all that, if it is a good day, maybe we'll take her for a ride. And then we're also gonna try to find the man who took out the original 428, see if he still has it or if he knows where it is, and see if we can't get our hands back on it and then put it back in here and get this back to original. So, but that's the winter project. And we'll see you all soon.